Gladys Maria Knight, born May 28, 1944, known as the Empress of Soul, is an American singer and actress. A 7-time Grammy Award winner, Knight is known for the hits she recorded during the 1960s, 1970s, and 1980s with her group The Pips, which also included her brother Merrill Bubba Knight and cousins William Guest and Edward Patton. Knight has recorded 2 #1 Billboard Hot 100 singles, 11 #1 R&B singles and 6 #1 R&B albums. She has won 7 Grammy Awards and is an inductee into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and Vocal Group Hall of Fame along with the Pips. 2 of her songs were inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame for historical, artistic and significant value. She also recorded the theme song for the 1989 James Bond film License to Kill. Rolling Stone magazine ranked Knight among the 100 greatest singers of all time. Knight has been married 4 times and has 3 children. At 16 years old, she became pregnant and married Atlanta musician and classmate James "Jimmy" Newman in 1960. She had a miscarriage. The couple went on to have 2 children. Newman became a drug addict and abandoned the family when Knight was 20. They remained married for over 12 years until 1973. Their son, James "Jimmy" Gaston Newman III, was born on August 13, 1962. She retired from the road to raise their child while the Pips toured on their own. In November 1963, Knight had her only daughter, Kenya Maria Newman. Later she returned to recording with the Pips in order to support her family. In the early 1960s, Gladys, James, and the Pips moved to Detroit. Knight and her family lived on Sherborne Road in Sherwood Forest, an upscale neighborhood on Detroit's west side. She also resided on LaSalle Avenue for a time. Her children attended Jesuit Catholic grade school. After being separated 7 years, Knight divorced Newman in 1973, and he died a few years later. In 1974, Knight married Barry Hankerson in Detroit. The couple had 1 son, Shango Ali Hankerson, born on August 1, 1976. Around 1977, they relocated to Atlanta. The Pips remained in Detroit. Their marriage ended in 1979 with a prolonged custody battle over their son. Knight spent over $1 million looking for her son after he was kidnapped. In 1995, Knight married motivational speaker Les Brown, but they separated and divorced in 1997. In September 2016, Knight's estranged son, Shango Hankerson, threatened to release confidential medical information about the singer. It was all part of an alleged extortion. The secret information was that Knight was suffering from Alzheimer's disease. Gladys Knight talks about failed February health inspection. Gladys Knight says customers of Gladys Knight's signature chicken and waffles downtown have nothing to worry about after a failed health inspection in February. Hankerson operated a chain of restaurants in Atlanta, Gladys Knight's Chicken and Waffles. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution reports that Hankerson has gotten into serious financial trouble with the IRS and that Hankerson is accused of running sex parties. At that point, Knight tried to remove her name from the restaurant. Gladys Knight talks about failed February health inspection. Gladys Knight says customers of Gladys Knight's signature chicken and waffles downtown have nothing to worry about after a failed health inspection in February. Hankerson operated a chain of restaurants in Atlanta, Gladys Knight's Chicken and Waffles. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution reports that Hankerson has gotten into serious financial trouble with the IRS and that Hankerson is accused of running sex parties. At that point, Knight tried to remove her name from the restaurant. During an interview with WDEV on the day of Aretha Franklin's funeral in August 2018, Knight, 74, said, "The last time I talked to her, we were in the same hotel and we didn't know it. We talked and everything, and at the time we shared the fact that we have the same disease." Aretha Franklin's funeral was held on August 31 in Detroit. Knight performed at the funeral. Before singing, Knight said, "It's been a wonderful journey and she knows our needs, wherever we are, and she gives us the best help in everything. one way or another. Because she loves us so much, even in our music. She sends us messages. And the pain we feel at the moment, we can imagine it. Several outlets immediately jumped on the story that Gladys Knight had pancreatic cancer, the same disease that Franklin died of on August 16. The Detroit News, Knight's publicist, Jay Schwartz, said that Knight is not suffering from pancreatic cancer and is doing well. Schwartz went on to say that she did not know what Knight meant by the comment. In a statement following the pancreatic cancer confusion, Knight said in a statement, via page 6, that she had battled cancer, but that her breast cancer was in the first stage. Knight said that because of early detection, I am cancer-free and thankful for that. Knight blames the confusion on a reporter who didn't convey accurate information, missed the message.